Good afternoon, everyone. Appreciate you all joining us for the pre-practice press conference for the Alabama Crimson Tide. Please note that the Alabama locker room is now open to the media. We are joined this afternoon by senior guard Hannah Barber and senior guard Brittany Davis. We will begin with any in-person questions, and if time allows, follow up with any virtual questions. For the in-person folks, please wait until the microphone is handed to you to ask your question, and be sure to state your name and affiliation. For the virtual folks, please use the chat function in Zoom. We will start right up front.
Hi, Pat Eaton-Robb from the Associated Press. Kind of a weird question before practice, but can you both address, are different arenas different when it comes to three-point shooting, and how soon do you know whether you've got the range from three-point range? Is it the practice the day before? Is it a shoot-around? Is it before the game, or do you have to wait until the game starts to know if you've got it going?
I think it starts in shoot-around. Obviously, that's one of the challenges of playing on the road, but I think our schedule all season long has kind of prepared us to make those adjustments, just playing in different arenas throughout the SEC and things like that. So during shoot-around, we should be able to get a good feel.
Yeah, I agree with Hannah. Our schedule has prepared us all year long. So I think we'll be ready, for the challenge. So, yeah, I don't think it has anything to do with it. I think that it starts in shoot-around, like Hannah said.
Well, kind of on the same line of your schedule this year, you've played, I think, 12 games against teams who are currently playing in the NCAA tournament. Baylor has played 11 games against top 25 teams. Can you kind of address how having a difficult schedule prepares you for this time in March, and what was kind of a game where you look back and say that kind of showed us we could be this kind of a team?
Yeah, I think it starts in non-conference. We started out, our second game of the year was on the road at South Florida. So they played earlier, obviously, in the tournament. So those kind of experiences prepared us for our conference schedule. Obviously, we feel like top to bottom, our conference is, the best in the country with the number one team in the country. So I think we just try to draw from all of those experiences and just keep putting our best foot forward this time of year.
We have one question from online from Mason Smith. And I guess we'll go to both of you for this one. What have you seen from studying film that makes Baylor so successful?
Obviously, their guards, their guard play is really good. And then with their post players' ability to shoot the ball and stretch the floor, personnel and our ability to play it correctly is going to be really important for us. They're also really good in transition, so getting the ball stopped and getting our defense set to try to slow them down is going to be a key for us.
Yeah, I agree with Hannah. They do have really good guards. And like she said, their post can shoot real good, so we just have to be ready to play from the opening too.
Obviously, you guys in the SEC play at a lot of iconic places, in Tennessee and South Carolina and that kind of thing. Do you take a moment, though, when you come into a place with 11 national championship banners and those names that are on the wall at Campbell Pavilion, and kind of look around and say, this is where we've gotten ourselves, and this is, do you take that moment, or is it just another game to you guys?
I think you have to take the moment. We were just walking in the door a second ago, and I was walking with one of our freshmen, Carly Weathers, and she said, the little kid in me is excited right now. And I think that's kind of how you feel when you come into these environments. Just growing up a basketball fan, and now to be able to play in a place like this, it's special. As much as we want to think that, we're super locked in on the game and, that's the focus, the magnitude of the moment, it's in the back of your mind.
And Brittany, did you grow up watching UConn play basketball? Did you ever dream about playing at Gamble?
Oh, yeah, I grew up watching it, watching them also. Like Hannah said, it is a special moment. But we have to keep our eye on the goal of what we came here to do. But it is so special to be able to play here after growing up watching.
Obviously, three-point shooting is a key for you guys. But what are the main keys offensively for you tomorrow? And what is it that you expect them to do against you defensively to take away what you do best?
Yeah, I think taking care of the basketball is going to be a big key for us. Whenever, obviously, Baylor's good in transition, so if we're giving them extra possessions and allowing them to start their transition offense, it's going to be a tough game for us. So we're going to be focused on taking care of the basketball and being patient, not forcing shots and just moving the ball around and letting them guard for a majority of the shot clock to make sure that we can get the best shot that we can.
All right. Thank you both. You guys can head back down to the locker room.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck tomorrow.
Thanks.
Oh, he just asked another one, but I asked this first one.
Good, how are you?
Good. Am I on?
Yep.
Yep.
It's you.
Making sure. Thank you.
Good afternoon again, everyone. Thanks for joining us for the second half of the Alabama pre-practice press conference. Please welcome Alabama head coach Kirsty Curry. As a reminder, for in-person questions, please wait for the microphone to be handed to you, and please state your name and affiliation. And for virtual questions, please use the chat function in Zoom. Start up front.
Hi, Christy. Patty and
Hey.
Rob from the Associated Press. How are you?
Hey, good to see you.
Nice to see you, too. Can you guys have played 12 games this season against teams who are currently in this tournament. Can you just talk about scheduling and how that prepares you to be ready for the moment tomorrow?
You know, I think we knew coming into the season that, you know, when you look at the way the selections are made, I think we really worked hard on our preseason schedule. You know, we went to several mid-major home gyms. You know, there are several teams that won their league. You know, Southern Miss, Gardner-Webb, you know, South Florida. So we put ourselves in a position in the preseason, and then we feel like we play in the best league in the country night in and night out. So we feel like our preseason combined with our season 2 with our conference really prepared us for this moment, and I'm really proud of our team.
Obviously, it's a great three-point shooting team. So what do you have to do tomorrow to make sure that you're on in that capacity? And I mean, obviously you expect them to try to play a lot of perimeter defense and take that away from you. So what are the keys to getting that going and making it work?
Well, you know, we love to shoot the first open shot, make a 1-second decision. And I think the biggest thing with this team, and probably as of late that we haven't done the kind of job that we wanted to, was finish at the rim. And, you know, I think the counter move, when you take the 3 away, we feel like we need to do a really good job of finishing shots at the rim. We've gotten some great looks, and we've really worked hard since March the 2nd to finish at the rim, to make sure that we're aggressive and getting to the free throw line. So, you know, if you take away the 3 and you run us off of it, we're going to try to get to the rim. We've got to make some 2s tomorrow.
Baylor obviously coming in on a 2-game losing streak, lost 6 of their last 9. Is that something that gives your team confidence, or is it something that makes Baylor dangerous?
You know, I think we're in similar situations. You know, I know they had a streak there in February where they lost 4 in a row. We had a streak toward the end where we lost 4 in a row. So very similar situations. You know, I was thinking about that exact scenario, and I think it just comes down to a will. You know, your will right now has to be stronger than your skill. They're obviously very talented. We feel like we're very talented. We're very similar in the adversity we've had on our schedule here with conference play. And again, I think our will has to be really special tomorrow. And, you know, we have a group of kids that this was their goal going into the season. You know, I think we were picked 10th in the SEC by the media. And I think that, you know, this team has risen to the challenge. And we've got several kids on our team, too, you know, who 2 years ago were a 10 seed playing a 7 seed in San Antonio. And can hopefully draw from that success. And, you know, it's a brand new season. And it'll be interesting to see whose will is a little bit stronger than the other ones.
Coach, we have one question from online here from Mason Smith. What have been some of the areas you focused on in preparation for Baylor?
Mason, I'm missing y'all back home. Thank you for joining in today. Repeat that question again.
What are some of the areas you focused on in preparation for Baylor?
Oh gosh, Mason. You know, number one, first and foremost, I think it's really, really important that we defend their ball screen action. They're really dynamic with their European ball screen and the things that they do. We've got to understand the importance of protecting the rim. We've got to make sure that we do that first and foremost. Secondly, we've got to get back in transition and limit their looks at the rim. So we've got to get the ball stopped early and often. We've got to meet their bigs early in transition. They do a phenomenal job of sprinting from free throw line to free throw line. So you got to protect the rim against Baylor to have success, and I think that's going to be a big challenge for us tomorrow.
All right. That's it, Coach.
Thank y'all. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.